Why your brain thinks you're losing. Your brain was not designed to make you happy. It was designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, humans survived by constantly looking for threats. If your ancestors ignored danger, they didn't survive. Because of this, the human brain developed something psychologists call a negativity bias. This means your brain naturally notices problems more than progress. You can accomplish 10 great things today, but your mind will focus on the one thing that went wrong. Psychologist and author Rick Hansen once said, "Your brain is like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones." Think about that. Success slides away, failure sticks. This is why you often feel behind, even when you're making progress. Your brain simply isn't paying attention to your wins. It's focused on what you haven't achieved yet. And the longer this continues, the more convinced you become that everyone else is ahead. The comparison trap. Now imagine constantly looking sideways instead of forward. What happens? You slow down, you stumble, you lose focus. That's exactly what comparison does. In 1954, a psychologist introduced the idea of social comparison theory. According to his research, humans naturally evaluate themselves by comparing themselves to others. At first, this sounds useful, but in today's world, it has become a problem, because now we compare ourselves to thousands of people every day. On social media, you see someone buying a car, someone getting married, someone traveling the world, someone launching a business, someone becoming famous, and suddenly your own life feels small. But here's what most people forget. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You see their victories. You don't see their failures. You see their achievements. You don't see their anxiety. You see the final chapter. You don't see the years of struggle before it. Comparison creates the illusion that everyone is winning except you, but it's just an illusion. The science of feeling behind. Researchers have discovered something fascinating. The feeling of being behind in life is often psychological rather than factual. A person can have a good job, supportive friends, and stable finances, and still feel unsuccessful. Why? Because the brain measures success relative to expectations. If you expected to be a millionaire by 30 and you're not, you may feel like a failure, even if you're doing better than most people. This is called the expectation gap. The larger the gap between reality and expectation, the more disappointment you feel. The problem is that modern culture constantly raises expectations. Movies do it. Social media does it. Advertisements do it. They make extraordinary lives look normal, and normal lives look inadequate. As a result, people feel behind, even when they're doing just fine. What high achievers know? Many people assume successful individuals never feel behind. That's not true.
Even some of the most accomplished people in history struggled with self-doubt. A scientist once admitted that he sometimes felt like a fraud.
This phenomenon is now known as imposter syndrome. It affects students, professionals, entrepreneurs, artists, and even world-famous experts. The lesson? Feeling behind does not mean you are behind. It simply means you're human. Successful people are not those who never doubt themselves. They are people who keep moving despite the doubt. Now let's talk about solutions. How do you retrain your brain? The first step is awareness. You cannot change a mental habit you don't notice. For 1 week, pay attention to your thoughts.